Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, April the. I'm going to get my spectacles checked here. August the 19th, for you folks who are following along at home. And it is a cloudy day outside, but they say it's supposed to warm up, get pretty, sun's supposed to come out. Everybody's going to be happy, right? Wrong. I know a few people that are not happy right now. One of them being one Donald Trump. That's right, kids. The Trumpenfuhrer is mad. Why, you may ask? Because, because his Democratic opponent, now known as the Democratic nominee for president, selected Senator Kamala Harris of California. Now, what's throwing a fly in the rub of everything is he can't go after her on her political record because she's a law and order candidate. She was throwing people in jail for pot when pot was illegal in California. Oops. Then she became California's Attorney General. The Chief Law Enforcement Officer of California. Don't get much more law and order than that. Oh boy. So, what more can you do? Hold on just a second, guys. Ah, I'm back. Sorry. My sister called. We were uh, going over some things that we needed to go over. So, but anyway, I am back, and we were talking about uh, Trump and his uh, having a hissy fit over Joe Biden picking Kamala Harris as his vice presidential candidate. Now, here's the thing: Trump does not like women, except young and pretty, or young looking and pretty looking, and pretty much naked and on their back. I mean, let's just be blunt here. He views women as sexual objects. I mean, you can't get much clearer than that. He is probably the most obnoxious, racist, misogynist human being that currently walks the face of the earth. And his supporters love him for it. They sit there and they go, well, I like Trump because he says everything, he speaks what's on his mind. When they say that, you might as well just translate that into he is a racist, misogynistic, homophobic pig, and so am I. I mean, that's what it is. You can't get much uh, clearer than that or for that. And everybody talks about Joe Biden's mental capacity, that he is somewhere, he stumbles around and he tries to find the words. Okay, fair enough. But let me put this to you. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been speaking to a crowd or even a group of individuals and you want to make a point, but your mind just kind of blanks out at you and you can't think of the right words, so you stumble? It's like your tongue gets wrapped around your eye teeth. Hmm. Yeah, we all do that. So it's not just Joe Biden. Joe Biden is articulate, and at least he sounds compassionate. He's the exact opposite of Donald Trump. Now, all these people that are saying that Joe Biden is a tool of the radical left, or they use the S word to describe Joe Biden. Number one, does not know a thing about politics. They do not know anything about government. They don't even know the different styles of government. They will throw the word socialist around like it's going out of style. But no, no. Joe Biden is cut from the same cloth as Bill and Hillary Clinton. They are cut from the same, he is cut from the same cloth as Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, any Democrat right now you want to name, except probably Alexandria Ocasio Cortez and her little group. They're corporate Democrats. Yeah, they are corporate Democrats. They sold the idea of the New Deal down the river. So when you sit there and try to say that Joe Biden is a socialist, I have to sit and laugh. Number one, not only at the ignorance of the people who are propagandizing that statement, but also the people who just repeated it because of the sheer stupidity of it. It shows how much the education system has quit teaching just basic civics. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry about that, folks. I had to take care of some housekeeping, literally. But where were we? Ah, yes. Kentucky saw fit to elect or decide to have absentee voting this go round, which I am going to do. I fall into that category of someone who is high risk due to COVID 19. So I don't want to stand in line and be exposed to anybody else's germs. But I do have my masks, and they are quite attractive. I have one blue one, or I have one white one, and one blue one, home and away. Oh, if you can tell, I'm in a very good mood today. And I also have one that just says UK on it, but that is blue. That is blue with the white UK lettering on it. Now, this appeared on my doorstep one day. I don't know who ordered it. I don't know anything about how I got them. Nobody is owning up to getting them for me. So all I can say is whoever did get them for me, thank you very much. They are greatly appreciated. That being said, I hope you all are taking the time to wear your masks, wear rubber gloves if you got them, wash your hands several times a day. I do. Um, and try to socially distant. Stay at least 6 feet apart. Now, I know there's been some new evidence that, the COVID virus did not get the memo that said, 6 feet, then it stops. No, it can travel even further, something like 16 feet if you're just talking in a crowded room and your face is not covered. So, yet another good reason to wear your masks. My coffee this morning is my favorite type of coffee. It is Death Wish. I know the very name of it sounds scary. But no, Death Wish is a coffee that has twice the caffeine of regular coffee. So, for those of us who are caffeine addicts, and I count myself amongst them, uh, it's a very good cup of coffee. It is not strong, it is not overpowering as you would think a coffee that is loaded with caffeine would be. Quite the contrary, it's very good. So the folks at Death Wish, uh, a tip of the hat to you all. You guys make a dang fine cup of coffee. I know, shameless promotion, right? But let me see what else we can talk about today. Uh, my new book is posted on Amazon. It is called Shards of Glass, a comparison between the conservative mind and the liberal mind. And it is basically an analysis of exactly what I said, the conservative mind and the liberal mind. And as I was doing my research, I found that whether it is by nature or by nurture, uh, a conservative's brain is structurally different than a liberal's, or a conservative's brain is structurally different than a liberal's. Did I say that right once? I think I did. But anyway, that does not mean, that is not a reflection in any way, shape, or form of a mark of intelligence. Do not think that just because a conservative's brain is structurally different, that means that they are somehow less intelligent than a liberal brain. Okay, get that idea out of your head right now. Because back in the day when I was a conservative, I followed probably two of the greatest conservative thinkers there has ever been. One was the late William F. Buckley Jr. and Thomas Sowell, who is still with us. And to this day, Thomas Sowell still, I read him and he challenges my thoughts, my view of the world. So it's always a good thing to have somebody that will challenge you, challenge your way of thinking, challenge your preconceived notions about how you view the world. And that's a good thing because it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me always wanting to learn, always wanting to study. Now, for my next book or books, I've got two ideas that I am formulating in my head. Um, One is about the resegregation of our schools. Yeah. that is a relatively new phenomenon that is taking place in our society. African Americans or blacks are going to their own schools, and white folks are going to their schools. They are segregating themselves, or they're not passing laws to do it, they are just doing it. And the other one is going to be on modern monetary theory. Now, for you folks who do not know what modern monetary theory is, it is kind of the anti supply side economics. It is demand driven economics. So, and that has been uh, really gaining traction in a lot of countries lately. One of the countries that it has really gained traction in has been Japan, which I did not know that. Um, but I'll explain more in those books after I write them. So once I write them, I encourage you to go to Amazon, check them out. I have a friend in South Carolina. He was a former congressional candidate named Eric, and I asked him to uh, kind of give me some information on some other ways of getting my books into people's hands. Fair enough. But now, uh, tomorrow is going to be a rather interesting day for me. I have to have a psychiatric evaluation. And I know some of you right off the bat are saying, well, Dwayne, all they have to do is ask us. We can tell them you're crazy. But no, this is for my application for Social Security disability, because I did say that I do suffer from depression very badly, and I do suffer from anxiety very badly. And both of those working together uh, is very, very debilitating. Plus, you combine that with my physical problems, and I kind of think that I will get disability from this, because having uh, depression and anxiety, it's a tough road to hoe. And I know what I'm looking for. I've treated enough depressed people. I've treated enough anxious people. I know what they go through. Everything from the low self esteem to the sleepless nights to the racing thoughts. Oh, yeah, I've done it all. But there's one thing I do want to encourage you all to do. If you are starting to feel depressed, if you are starting to feel anxious, talk to a medical professional. You see, people do not go and seek treatment for mental illness because of the stigma that is associated with mental illness. And me personally, I don't care. If they think I'm crazy, okay, no problem. I'm crazy. But I'll tell you this, it is better to seek help than to suffer in silence. If you went outside and fell and broke your leg, you'd get it treated, wouldn't you? You'd make a beeline to the hospital, go in the emergency room and say, hey, I slipped and fell. I think my leg's broke. They take an x ray of it and go, yep, she's broke. Then they would treat it so that you could go back to doing the things that you enjoy doing. Mental illness is the same way. It's just as debilitating. Excuse me. And it escapes me why people don't get treated for mental illness. I mean, it blows my mind. Why don't you get treatment for something that is so easily treated? If it was a major inconvenience or some horrible procedure that they had to do, then I would say, yeah, kind of, get a second opinion or something like that. But no, no. Even though depression is the most common of all the mental illnesses, it's the most treatable. Anxiety ranks right up there with it. And Lord of mercy, nowadays, especially if you are confined to your home, there's only so much TV you can watch. There's only so much you can do around the house before it does start wearing on you. And you do get depressed and you do become anxious. You become worried about the unknown. You become worried about your loved ones. Are they going to be okay? Are they going to get sick? Are they going to die? I mean, I'm just going to, I'm laying everything out here. Yeah, we want to try to put on a brave face and let everybody know that, hey, we're doing okay. Sometimes we're not doing okay, you know? And it's those times where you need to talk to someone. Last week, I gave you the number to the National Suicide Helpline. Okay, it's good information to have. Punch it in on your cell phone, save it. You might need it. Somebody you love might need it. You never know. 1 in 4 adults suffer from depression in some shape, way, shape, or form. Now, when you are a teenager, that number jumps to 1 in 2, 50%. And nobody understands teenagers unless you're another teenager. All this white hair I've got, according to them, I don't know my hind end from a hole in the ground. Or they just look at me and say, okay, boomer. Yes, I am a baby boomer. I had far better music to listen to back in the day. But that being said, folks, thank you so very much for letting me come in to your homes, your computers, your cell phones, whatever you use to watch these YouTube um, channels, my YouTube channel, or anybody else's that you subscribe to. And I do encourage you, subscribe to my channel, ring that little bell so you can be notified of recent additions. And last but not least, if you feel so moved, kind of slip a couple of dollars my way because I do want to upgrade my equipment so that I can give you a better experience. All I'm doing right now is I'm working on about a 5-year-old laptop, and it's held together by a wing and a prayer. So, if you feel so moved, you can also go to my GoFundMe page. It is gofundme.com/Dwayne D. Willis. And I've got different levels. You can uh, subscribe uh, at different levels. The cheapest one is $3 a month. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I encourage you to at least check that out. But in any event, y'all stay safe. You all wear your masks, wash your hands, keep practicing social distancing, and we will visit again next week. Take care, y'all. Bye bye.